Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sunflower Sims, and if you're new, welcome. So long time, no video. Life has been just super crazy, busy and hectic, which I'll get into a little later. But first, I just wanted to give you a little bit of an introduction to the build. This is Dream Horse Ranch. So it is a three-bedroom house. I believe it has 3 bathrooms as well. It's on a 64 by 64 lot, and it comes in at 100,971 simoleons. So it is a pretty big build. I have been working on this since the pack came out in July. I've been working on it here and there, literally for months. This was just a huge build, and I cut so much of it out, to be honest, a lot of the landscaping and things, because as you can see, this is a 31-minute video, and that's sped up. That's with a lot of things cut out. It is just such a big build. Yeah, so I'm trying to tell you guys what's going on in the build, but this first section of the build, the playback is really laggy in the like preview, just because these are such huge files. I think at first I had like the wrong settings going on for recording, because I got a new computer in the spring, and then when I tried to record this with OBS, I think I had the wrong settings, and so the file is kind of really huge, and so in Filmora where I edit is just not perfect. So yes, but we are going ahead and we are building the exterior here. I can't really tell you what's going on, to be honest, because of how laggy it's being. But yeah, it is a really fun house. I like it a lot. I went for very much of the brown woods opposed to like white. I often do white, but this time I did more of the brown woods. And yeah, there's a barn with room for 4 horses. There is a playground for kids, and there is like a pool and everything. There's quite a bit of space on this lot and quite a bit of things to do. It is a 3-bedroom house, but I only decorated one of the bedrooms because I was building this for a family I was playing with, and at this point they don't have any kids, and so I was just I just built the 1 bedroom. Plus this build was taking literal months, and so I just really wanted to get it out for you all, and so I went ahead and just didn't finish that bedroom. Okay, so here I can narrate a little bit better because the footage is playing back a lot smoother. So here we are building the barn. This is, like I said, a barn for up to 4 horses. My family has 2, but like I said, there's room for 4 depending on how big a household you want, how many Sims you want versus animals, etc. So we're working on the roof line right now, just trying to make the barn like a reasonable size, so it doesn't look too ginormous, but also so that there's plenty of room for the horses. Yeah. What else can I say? I haven't done a voiceover in so long, so I feel like I don't know what I'm doing or talking about. Also, if you hear any traffic noises, I'm really sorry. I have my windows open and the door to my enclosed front porch open because it's really warm in my house, but it's like not warm enough outside to turn on the air because it is October. And yeah, so it's like this weird in-between weather where it's like hot without AC, but it's like too cold for AC. So we have windows and doors open. Anyway, here we are putting down some horse beds, and then I fenced them in to make stalls. So like I said, there's the 4 stalls for the horses. I just use fencing and just block it off that way and put gates for each of the horses. And then I also you'll see I put a lot of decorations in here as well to make it more barn-like. I will cut out just a little bit here in a moment. You're going to skip, and all of a sudden you're going to see wallpaper, and we're going to be on to decorations. But I did add these windows with like kind of like not bars, but like, I don't know what you would call them, to make it look like the horses can't stick their heads out of the barn. Yep, okay, so here we are. We're gonna add some water troughs and hay bales, or hay troughs, and then just trying to find a lot of the new decorations that came with Horse Ranch and trying to find what would fit in the barn. I wanted to get like boots and shovels and things like that. We also put in lights because that's important. So I was just sifting through everything, trying to find what I was looking for. So I found these tools and like bridles and things to put into the barn. And then outside, I'm just kind of trying to figure out how to divide up the lot. So I'm adding some fencing where I want those the entrances to be. And then I do a little bit of landscaping. Oh, well, first I put down like the barrels and the jumps for the horses. And then I'll start some landscaping. Most of that will be cut out just because of how like long it took me to do all of it. And then I imagined I put this grass down that's a little bit more like it's got a different texture, just so I thought it worked better for the pasture. Adding some trees and a water trough, adding these little like shrub bush things all around, giving a couple balls out there for the horses, adding some more food and water troughs around the pasture. And then here we are moving on to landscaping. As you can see, I've done so much. Apparently I accidentally cut out some of the building of the pool and decorating the yard. You'll see in the screenshots, I have it like a treehouse for the kids. I have a fire pit. I have a grill and you can see there a picnic table. Yeah, I made parts of the yard like really lush and pretty and full of plants, and then other parts are just plain grass for kids to run around, for the animals to run around, that kind of thing. I think I also accidentally cut it out here. Oh no. But I do have a section for llamas and cows and chickens. There is a little section for them. So you can have quite the ranch going on in this house, in this build. But right now, as you can see, we're out by the pool. I'm just putting out a bunch of lights to brighten it up. And so that way at night, you can obviously have lighting. Maybe, yeah, I did put in the chicken, llama pens, etc. so far. So now we're doing the front porch. On the front porch, I give them some seating opportunities with just some wooden benches. I go ahead and I add this little table and a candle light, adding some lights on the front porch. And then I put some planter boxes, some miscellaneous decor out here. I do believe maybe I gave them a bike, perhaps. I'm trying to remember. It's been a very long time since I built this, and I do not have the screenshots pulled up. I should do that, so that way I can actually tell you what is going on with this build. That would be a really great idea, Megan. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I'm putting out some hanging plants out here, and then I am moving some of the bushes because they're like coming into the house, clipping into the house and the foundation. There's the bikes I was talking about, and then just trying to add a few things on the back deck here, like some lighting as well. And then I'm just trying to figure out how I want to decorate this back porch, if at all. I think I put some vertical planters perhaps. Again, it's been quite a while since I did this build, so I am trying to remember. I think I end up actually leaving it just kind of empty. I put a little bench in the corner in a moment, but I don't do too much on this space because I wanted there to be like room for people to get in and out of the pool, and I thought there was already quite a bit going on out back. And I just couldn't find anything that I felt like fit or that I really wanted to do. So like I said, I put this little bench out there. And then I believe in a second here, we're going to be moving on to the interior. I'm going to go ahead and put some flooring down, and I'm going to add a door going to the bathroom. And then the first room I'll move into will be the living room here shortly. Yeah, picking out the door. The bathroom is that empty room right behind us in the back there. Okay, so moving on to the living room, I go ahead and I'm working on picking out some wallpaper. In the end, I didn't go for like any of the new Horse Ranch ones or paneling or anything. I just go for kind of like a grayish, tannish, I don't know what color you would call it, like maybe like a. And then I'm going to add a railing to the staircase in just a moment here, and then we'll pick out a fireplace. I'm not sure if this is a Horse Ranch one. I think it might be. And then I use so much Horse Ranch in this room throughout the whole build, really, because it's a new, at the time that I started building this, it was the brand new pack, and I was just really excited. So I'm putting a couple of couches in here. I thought about doing the rocking chair, but then I decided that there was a little bit more space than I had anticipated, so I put the couch there. And then I'm picking out a rug. I do go with a new one from Horse Ranch, and then I change the swatch of it. I go with like blues, green, tans kind of. I initially picked out this rug and I didn't really like the way it looked in this room, so I will change that out eventually. But we're just going through and decorating, adding some paintings, adding that side table there, which I'll clutter up more shortly. I was really just having fun exploring all of the new things and trying to decide where to put everything. I put this like wheel with the flowers there above the stairs. I thought that was a nice space filler, and I really liked this little horse tapestry above the fireplace. I actually don't put anything above the fireplace. They don't have a TV or anything in this build, and to be honest, I hate putting stuff on fireplace shelves. I just find it to be extremely difficult and don't enjoy it, so I just like didn't. I did place a standing piano in what will be the dining room. I really wanted to include one of those. I also include a guitar and a pet bed. The family I built this for does have a dog. And then adding some curtains and going to clutter up this end table quite a bit. I'll end up pulling, after the curtains, I'll end up pulling some bookcases, a vase, and games. So those are the things I'm pulling at the moment. What else can I say about this living room? I will clutter up the coffee table as well shortly. And yeah, it's a pretty simple but cozy living room. I think I get a plant to go between the two couches here shortly as well. I keep saying shortly. So on the coffee table, we just have like a book and candle. I get those other games, and then I pull out a plant kind of in a, not a crate, but like, I don't know. You know which one, you'll see which ones I'm talking about. And then I'm trying to put the rest of the board games over here on this shelf. I wasn't sure if I just wanted the board games or if there were other things. I'm using this shelf here, the OMSP shelf, to place things at the exact height I want and to make them fit. So I'm just fiddling with that right now to make sure that they're sitting on the shelves nicely. And that is about it for this living room. I'm going to put like the fire pokers. I don't know what the actual term is, the tools, I guess. Those are going to get placed on the right of the fireplace. And then I still have to throw that plant in the corner between the couches. But otherwise, this is about it for the living room. I tried to clutter up the shelves, but above the fireplace, the mantle, but it didn't really work. I wasn't finding pieces I liked that fit up there. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I eventually just dropped that idea. And now I'm just adjusting a few things to make room for the plant, and we are going to move on into the dining room and kitchen. So that piano actually does move into the dining room. I realized I initially had placed it in the entryway. So I was trying to figure out which room I wanted the dining room to be. I ended up going with this one attached to the kitchen. I used this round table and some of these chairs from Horse Ranch, and I do change the swatch of them to a red swatch, but I'm adding some curtains at the moment around the dining chairs. This kitchen is pretty nice. It's kind of rustic. I really like it. I clutter up quite a bit of space in the dining room too, you'll see. Yeah, I think that it turned out really nice. I really enjoyed it. Trying to figure out where the boundary for the kitchen and dining room is going to be there with some floors. And then I was trying to figure out if I wanted to paint the ceilings, but I was just having a hard time and I didn't really think it was all that worth it. So I don't know if I actually did. I think I kind of gave up. So I'm using these cabinets from Horse Ranch, placing them around the kitchen. And yeah, we get some more modern appliances, but still trying to keep, I wanted it to be like a mix of like mustard, rustic and modern. I tried to combine rustic and modern and we got mustard. That's how the morning's going. And then I do put in some cabinets, like an entertainment console and a few other surfaces in this corner to clutter up this space. I go with this one from Horse Ranch, of course, and then I'm pulling some more items. I pull these like nectar racks. This is going to get super, super cluttered over here. So at the moment, I am just pulling out all kinds of stuff, placing it wherever, and these are all going to be put around the kitchen and dining room as we go through the builds. But adding the light, and I was adjusting some of these cabinets to make them, the upper cabinets to make them work well. I get a sink and a dishwasher in here, and then we're going to throw a microwave up there as well. Adding a dog bowl and a trash can for the animal. For the dog, the animals, you could have whatever animals you wanted, but if you wanted a cat, you'd have to add like a litter box and a scratching post and stuff. I guess I decided to switch out the curtains over here in the dining area. And then I put down a rug. I go with this one, I believe, in a different swatch than the living room, or a very similar swatch. And just trying to clutter up this shelf now. I'm going to put down some nectar racks. I'm going to end up putting a clock, a bunny, coins, treats, flowers, gardening stuff. I just put down all kinds of good stuff on there. What else do I do with it? I'm looking at the screenshots trying to see. I'm also going to put some pans, pots and pans hanging above the nectar rack on the right there. And yeah, I was just having fun scrolling through the decorative catalogs and putting things down where they belong. As if you've watched my videos before, you'll see that a lot of times I bounce between rooms. If I find something that I feel fits a room really well, I will jump to that room and put it in there. Just because I can't think of everything all the time, it seems like, for what I want in places. So, yeah, just arranging everything on these shelves. This took a little bit of time using the red shelf and then using Alt to place everything exactly where I wanted it. But in the end, I'm really happy with the way it came out, so that is all good. I just went ahead and cut out some of that footage because it was just taking me way too long, and I didn't realize how long the footage was of me trying to clutter up that area. So now we're cluttering up the kitchen. Just adding my usual kitchen clutter. Like I said, spices, knives, some jars. I do put in a coffee maker and some coffee mugs. But yeah, I tried to leave a lot of counter space for your Sims because other areas were so cluttered, like those console tables in the dining space there. So I just tried to make sure your Sims had plenty of room in this space to cook. Tried to give them multiple counters, like I said. Yeah, so this is about it for the kitchen. I'm gonna put a few more clutter pieces around, and then I believe we'll head into the entryway soon, which doubles as an office. But I was still adding a little bit of clutter here. Oh my goodness, this took me so long. I also didn't speed up this footage quite as much as I normally would because I thought it was too fast before. So this is a more reasonable pace, but then it takes a lot longer. So I just cut out putting the rest of the clutter in there, and we're going ahead and adding a rug to the kitchen. This rug is just a small one for under the sink, and then we're adding a few pieces near the piano. I don't know if I actually keep anything on there. I think I might actually throw it back into the kitchen now that I'm thinking about it and looking at the screenshots. But now we're moving on into the bathroom, which is pretty simple. I believe I put laundry in here. I don't include this in the screenshots. I also cut out one of the bathrooms upstairs because it was so similar to the master bathroom. I just didn't want it to take up the time in the video, so I ended up cutting it out. And like I said, I don't ever take screenshots of the bathrooms for videos. I feel like they're often hard rooms to get in and take screenshots of because they tend to be smaller, and I just don't think they're all that interesting. I don't know. I don't put them in the screenshots, but if you want me to, let me know in the comments down below and I can try and do that in future builds. So in the bathroom, I'm just adding some wall art and cluttering up the sink, adding some curtains, and that is about it for the bathroom. Now I'm changing the lights through live mode because I don't like when they're too yellow or too white. I kind of like an in between. Working on the entryway here, I go ahead and add a desk and a bunch of books. I tried to make it look like it was kind of a big built-in piece. I add a little chair in the corner by the window there in a moment to sit and read at, but I'm cluttering up the desk. I end up putting it in like a lantern type light, a computer, and a plant on the desk. What else do I have in this room? I'm going to put in some like I would say like mud room type thing. So like not a clothing rack, but like a bench. I don't know what it's called. You'll see in just a second. It's like the bench that also has the hooks on it for you to put clothes and jackets and stuff on. And then I'll add a couple of clutter pieces against that wall to the right there. I add a couple things. It's pretty simple. I just add this table and put a couple decorations on it, and then a bunch of plants on the floor. I'll do that here soon. I kind of like the way it looked with the two, but I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted to do if I did both of them. So in the end, I end up changing it up a little bit. Yeah, so I cut some of that out. And then here we are finishing up the desk space. Like I said, we just add like a plant and a couple decor pieces. We have the lantern there already. So this is a pretty simple room. And then, well, not simple, but I mean, it's pretty basic like office entryway. I guess there's nothing too special about it, I guess I should say. Not that it's simple, but adding some stuff to the bookshelves, just adding like some books and maybe a picture frame, but mostly books. And then shortly we'll be moving upstairs. This is the last room on the main level. So yeah, this year has been really crazy, as I've mentioned. I've had a lot of life changes, and just a lot of things have been going on. So that is why I haven't done a whole lot of builds. I have been so beyond busy between grad school and personal life that this just kind of got put on the back burner like usual, unfortunately. I really like doing builds, and I always think I'm going to have more time than I do, and then I never end up having the time. So I'm trying, but it's really hard. I just kind of post when I can, and that is that's the best I can do. But yeah, I was super busy. Like all year. I was doing school. I was moving this summer because I am in another place for this last year of grad school. Yeah, there's a couple other things that happened. I did get married, so that was quite a big deal and took up a lot of my time planning that wedding. And again, it's been a bit of an adjustment. I was long distance for 2 years, and now I'm not. So it's a really good change, but it is a big life change that we have been adjusting to. So anyway, adding in a rug in this master bedroom. I totally talked through the start of it. This master bedroom is really simple. I add some furniture, like some dressers and things around the space. I do have to say you'll have to move the dresser in the corner somewhere else because it did have a routing issue, and I think I've already saved and uploaded this to the gallery, but I could be wrong. So you may have to adjust that, and I apologize. I didn't realize it. I don't normally play test my builds because normally I don't have issues in my builds. Because like oftentimes if the things I build I plan, or I put things in a place where I know it won't have an issue, so I don't normally play test them, but this one apparently I should have, because when I was playing with my Sims in my gameplay, it was an issue for them to round the corner to the other side of the bed with that tall and narrow dresser, so that you might have to get rid of or just move. But I add some clutter to the nightstands. I did put some curtains around the room. I will put a painting over there on that wall on the right. I do one of a farm. And I'm trying to look around the room. I think it's mostly done. I add a couple things to this dresser. But other than that, this is about it for the bedroom. And then there'll be one bathroom left. And yeah, so the build is wrapping up more or less. We have about 5 minutes left, but that also includes the screenshots. Oh, I do the bathroom and I do just slight decorating in the upstairs hallway. That's what I was missing. Yeah, a couple other things I wanted to mention about the build that maybe I didn't get to show in the speed build because I cut it out is that there is a big pond and there are fish in it. There's a turtle thing, there's some ducks, and there's mosquitoes and fireflies. I'm sorry, dragonflies and fireflies. Yeah, so like I said, we're doing this bathroom. This one is the master bathroom. It's pretty simple, pretty basic bathroom. The other one is also extremely similar. So there's not a whole lot of excitement there. Yeah, so this is about it for the build. Like I said, we have a little bit left, trying to fill the space, to be honest. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. You can turn on notifications so when I do upload, you will get notified. Yeah, let me know what else you want me to build. Next week, I'm planning on having a family home up on the channel. I already have that built. I literally just have to do the voiceover and upload it. And then I'm going to try and get back into my legacy too, try to get some of those episodes out here and there, or as often as I can. So I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things a little bit, but honestly, school is so unpredictable and life is so unpredictable. I never know when I'm going to be able to actually film. So in this little hallway, we're just adding a bookcase and we're adding in a couple pieces of decor on it. I'll add a rug and what else? Not a whole lot else. I'll add like a table with some stuff on it, but that is really what's going on. I feel like I don't know how to do a voiceover. It's been so long since I've done one. Honestly, I pre-recorded the last several videos that are on my channel, so I probably haven't recorded since like March, February, something like that. And so I just feel like, and it's October, so I just feel like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know is the theme of today's video. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. I really hoped you liked it, found it to be a nice house. Like I said, there are the 2 extra bedrooms that I didn't decorate, so you can go ahead and decorate those however you want. You can always change things in my builds. So yeah, that is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've stuck it out this far, thank you so much. I know this was a really long build today and a little bit of an all over the place voiceover, but I really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you all in my next video. And yeah, that's it. Bye.
I look out across the water, I smell the salt, I feel the breeze, but in my heart I hear the calling of my old home, Tennessee. We don't know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time Johnson City.